I want to be known for my work as an actor, you know, more than what's happening in my personal life. Commercial films, big canvas commercial films, there is a certain expectation. I do a film for theatre, I have to respect the expectation that the audience comes to the theatre with.
Naga, internet tells me that you, when you were beginning your film career, you came to Mumbai for a quick acting course.
Yes.
Is that correct? Can you take us back to the time? What was that like?
Well, I was in college doing my BCom, and I told dad and mom at home that I want to try acting. And they said, okay, why don't you go for an acting course? Just like a summer workshop, and see if it's genuinely that the acting that you like, or it's just the whole image around it. So they sent me to Bombay. I think it was during my second year college holidays or sometime like that. It was this school in Lokanwala called Creating Characters. So I was here for about 3-4 months.
Oh, good enough time.
Yes, 3-4 months. And actually that acting course really gave me a lot of clarity. Saying, hey, I want to try this out and give it a shot. So yeah, it was some really fond memories of Mumbai from back then, and the vada pav.
Yeah, of course. Naga, at this stage, what truly made you feel that this is the right time for me to sort of make my OTT debut? And what was the conversation like with people around you that, okay, I mean, we think you're ready for this?
The right time, I would honestly give credit to the pandemic for the whole OTT shift to happen, because I consumed so much of content during that time, just like everyone else. And as an actor, I really wanted to explore that format of having about 8 episodes to live the character, breathe the character, explore every layer, you know. With this kind of screen space, you can really bring so much more uniqueness to the character and bring out every nuance. So that was one part of it. And also I saw OTT as a platform where you can experiment with genres, experiment with scripts. You know, some things can't be done on screen because people come to the theatre rather with a certain kind of expectation to be entertained. If you want to do, big commercial films, big canvas commercial films, there is a certain expectation, because there is a certain effort people put in to come to the theatre, pay a certain kind of money. And they want to be entertained, guaranteed. But with OTT, I feel the audience is at their home, watching the content at their leisure, in their comfort zone. So they're watching from a more neutral standpoint. So the attitude and the mindset they're consuming the content in is different with both the spaces.
True.
So having experienced this a lot during the lockdown, as an actor, I wanted to, be here and explore this as well and get the exposure. I mean, the kind of exposure these platforms give you. Like a Prime Video, they're releasing Dhootha in 200 plus countries. And I mean, people from all across the world can watch my work if they connect to it. And that's what I crave for.
You know, you said in an interview that sort of experimenting with OTT was also like you putting your alter ego out.
Yeah.
Is it because sometimes the film work can be restrictive because there is a sort of fan base that you do have to cater to? There is a certain audience expectation, as you rightly said, that you do have to cater to. Can that become restrictive?
No, it's not restrictive. When I do a film for theatre, I have to respect the expectation that the audience comes to the theatre with, and I will cater to that, and I enjoy that kind of cinema as well. I love commercial cinema. I've grown up on commercial cinema with that kind of a structure, as whatever you call it. But having said that, as an actor also, there is so much more I want to explore. Yeah, it's not restrictive in any way. I think we just need to understand what the audience wants and cater to that. Yeah.
Naga, can you take me back in time when the show came your way? What exactly sort of blew your mind? Because I saw the first episode and I think it was extremely intriguing and definitely one of the most tensed 5 minutes ever, the opening. It was quite taut. But what truly ticked the boxes for you?
One is, of course, the genre. Supernatural thriller. That's a genre I really love watching. And I wanted to come out of my comfort zone and attempt something like this. Again, this script has no songs, has does not have the typical fights and all that. So I don't know how it would play out in a theatrical format. But when Vikram Kumar proposed it to me for Prime Video, it was a win-win for me in so many ways, because also a script like this deserves that 300 plus minutes of time to basically bring out all the twists, bring out all the layers. So it was great, and I also wanted to really come out of my comfort zone and try something in the OTT space as well. So it just, there's so many boxes that tick for me over here.
But Naga, can you sort of place me back in time when you were growing up and you would read about, say, your family in the newspapers, interviews, and watch their interviews on television? As a kid, was that a strange experience? I mean, I can't imagine reading about my family in the paper or watching them on screen. But of course, you sure would have. What is that like?
For me, it's normal. We grew up that was a very normal happening in our house, Someone or the other was written about, or their films, someone or the other's films was coming. So they were always in the paper. So it was, for me, it was not normal if they were missing or, they were not being covered about. So it's a very normal scenario for us.
Do you realize, do you remember the time that you realized that, oh, my family is in fact popular? Do you realize that moment?
I think as a kid I didn't realize it much, but when you start growing up in school, and then they start referring you to as so-and-so's son, so-and-so's grandson. So that's when it sort of hit me, saying, okay, there is something out of the ordinary.
Yeah. But while watching the show, I also realized that it's been, I think, more than a decade for you, Naga?
It's maybe 14 years.
Right, it's close to 14, 15 years.
Yeah.
When you began your journey though, and because you come from such a rich film heritage family, was there never a burden that you felt on your shoulders that will I be able to live up to the name that these people have?
I still feel it till today, and I think I will continue to feel it because, of course, I've been born into this family that has excelled in this, excelled in cinema for so many years, and the third generation now. So, there is a huge responsibility. At the same time, I'm very fortunate, very, very fortunate to have this opportunity. So, I would only like to look at it as a gift and use it to my best ability. Hopefully someday I can live up to at least half of what they've achieved.
No, I'm sure you are already living. But two last questions. Is it also because you come from a rich family heritage, film family heritage, that dictates the choices that you make, Naga? Like in terms of your career, that because of the heritage that's there, you have to be mindful of what the projects that you're choosing.
Yeah, absolutely. I will not want to say it otherwise. Definitely there is a certain expectation and a certain kind of cinema they expect to see us in. Certain larger than life roles or certain commercial elements that they do expect from our films, which I love, which I absolutely love watching, because that is pure entertainment, and people come to the theatre to be entertained and to forget the outside world for that 2.5 hours. So entertaining is not easy. So it's not a joke doing commercial cinema. So that is there, and I look at it as a challenge.
But does OTT help in that sense, Naga? Because it really doesn't have the box office pressure. It's really just taking care of. It's only your performance that people are truly. I'm sure that's quite liberating.
It is. I can be a true actor. Just focus on the craft of acting over here. Like you said, the other equations are not on your head over here. With film, it is, opening day numbers, how much is it collecting, all this. Over here, I could just come to set, be an actor, not worry about how the release is going to be, when the release is going to be, and all that. So it is definitely, it's an amazing place for an actor to be if they just want to explore their craft, explore possibilities that will help them grow.
The episode opens with, I think, your character or another character saying that journalism is a huge responsibility and it's a very powerful position. Does it rattle you then, Naga, when sometimes there is an intrusive reporting about your personal life? Does that make you feel like, no, this is the line?
I mean, I really don't bother about it beyond a point. People close to me will sort of know the truth. And apart from that, I want to be known for my work as an actor, more than what's happening in my personal life. So I try to just keep focusing on my craft. Let the movies do the talking more than anything else. End of the day, if whatever happens, putting that aside, if my movies are great and audience is being entertained, that's what keeps me
That's all that
happy.
matters,
That's what I want them to remember me for.